Class is in session! But first, let me spit my gum out. Today is the launch of my series called BYOB. Now before you go get the Moscato, BYOB stands for Be Your Own Boss. I just was like deep in thought, just thinking about a million things, which led to another thought and another thought. Seriously, my brain looks something like this. Series to be sort of like an inspirational online guide for anyone out there that's sort of trying to figure out like, okay, do I want to build my own website, do this blogging thing? Do I want to start a YouTube channel? Do I want to start my own clothing line? Anything that basically has to do with like starting your own brand online. I know that when it comes to sort of this digital space, there are tons of things that you probably want to know. So I want to try to answer as many questions and touch on as many things as I can. To rewind, put the sound, we should put the sound effect in. Let me tell you guys a little backstory about me. I started my blog 4 years ago. Wow, like 4 years. I was in college studying radio, TV, film. I knew that I wanted to sort of be in front of the cameras one day and do like hosting and all of that fun stuff. But I didn't realize at the time that digital media was on the rise and that the internet was like seriously growing so fast and people were starting to create small businesses online. Fast forwarding that a little bit, after I graduated, I actually started taking my blog a little bit more seriously because I did build somewhat of a following, you know, at the time. And it wasn't a huge following, but I had some loyal readers and they weren't like my family. And I was like, sweet, I got somebody from Michigan reading my stuff. And I decided after I graduated college that I wanted to, you know, move out to Los Angeles to pursue sort of like my hosting career. And so I came out here with my blog, of course, and was at the time not making any money on my blog, you guys. Like my parents were very, very kind to help me out the first 6 months that I was in Los Angeles. And they told me, they said, look, if you don't sort of find a job within 6 months or figure out what you're going to do to pay your bills, then, you know, you're going to have to come back to Texas. And so that was kind of motivation for me to look at what I did have in front of me, which wasn't a lot. You know, I didn't really have like certain skills to go out there and work certain jobs. And at the same time, I also had a degree. So I was like, oh, I just graduated college. Like I want to put my degree to good use. And so I looked at what I did have going for me, and it was a blog. People can come on and see that you don't have to spend so much on these runway looks, and it can be affordable. So that's really what my magazine is all about. And I quickly learned that there were bloggers making tons of money through their fashion and beauty blogs, and I thought, what in the world? Like, how are these girls making so much money just by taking pictures of their clothes and their outfits? I was sort of on this mission to figuring it out, and what better place to be in than Los Angeles, where, you know, it's like a playground for fashion and beauty and entertainment. And so, you know, everything that I would do or people who I would meet would connect me to other people. And then before you knew it, I was at a blogger event and I met tons of girls who were doing this, you know, for real. And I got a lot of really great insight. And so I jumped into it, and, you know, here I am now. What is it? Over 2 years later, and I am honestly living my dreams, and it sounds really cheesy, but it's amazing. Sometimes have to pinch myself and just say like, wow, like I was that girl living in Frisco, Texas, you know, going to college, and who had this little blog, and now it's like, it's a thing. It's like a real career. And so that's why I'm here today, is like, I am so excited to share a number of videos and blog posts with you guys, really trying to sort of help you guys uncover this business. It's not something you can go to college for yet, but it is something that's self-taught. And so that's why I'm here. And so in a nutshell, that is who I am. But before we get deep into this series and I really start sort of uncovering things for you guys, it's like you need to know what you're getting into, right? So with that being said, I've kind of narrowed it down based off of my personal experience, okay? A lot of the times when you are following like your favorite influencer online, whether that's Instagram, Snapchat, their blogs, whatever, you kind of get to see the best version of themselves, you know, like you see the pretty outfits, like the most amazing selfies, like everything, right? But you guys, behind the scenes of those pictures, and I know a lot of you guys know this, but I'm just gonna say it, like behind the scenes, it's not that perfect. I mean, it takes about 1 million selfies to get one good one. Let's be real. You'll see everyone just trying to capture that perfect picture with the lighting and this and that, and everyone's shining their phones. And it's so funny and it's so ridiculous at the same time, but like that is part of the business and it's crazy. First world problems, I know. Another thing about blogging is your bedroom becomes a storage. That's right. My bedroom has officially become a storage unit, you guys. Yeah. That's just one side of my room, you guys. Okay. So another misconception about blogging is that, you know, we don't work. You know, it's like, oh, you just have to take a picture of yourself. That's not work. That's easy. Like there are nights, you guys, where I am up until 3 or 4 a.m. editing my videos to get them up for you guys bright and early in the morning. There's a fine line because, I mean, I would never want my audience to feel like, oh my gosh, she's like sipping mimosas on the beach, living this perfect life, because my life is far from perfect. Here's another thing, and I feel like I'm gonna be asked a lot of questions about this throughout this series, and that's money questions. You know, obviously money is a very uncomfortable thing to talk about, but you know, I will be completely transparent with you guys and tell you, you know, sort of what areas of this business are areas where you can definitely make money and other areas where don't devote so much of your time. But in terms of numbers, I just ask, like, please do not ask me like, how much money do you make a year? Because I mean, that's like asking me like, what bra size do you wear? Or hey, when's the last time, you know, you shaved your armpits? It's a little personal. All right, well, that was my intro to BYOB. Now, if you want to BYOB, like bring your own booze, feel free to do so. You know, you are watching this video, I assume, in the comfort of your own home, so I'm not judging. You do your thing. But make sure you take notes because, you guys, there are so many things that I'm going to touch on, and I'm going to be completely transparent and open with you guys, so I hope you guys will follow along. The great thing about video is if you miss something, you can always like rewind it. So that's good. You know, make sure you guys comment below and let me know sort of how you feel about this new series I've launched on my channel, as well as any questions that you guys might have. Hashtag BYOB Saz Tips on social media if you guys want to get my attention and you guys want to ask me a specific question about this series. That's it. Until next time, mwah, mwah. Bye guys.